tired of this. Alright, let's do this. Time to feed these hungry Steam Deck fans. Hello people, good morning. Another beautiful day. Yep, hope your 5 senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. Alright, let me deal with Forbes real quick. You know, the Steam Deck is fine, okay? And we have to be patient when it comes to the Steam Deck too, okay? Valve is working on it. But listen to this. Steam Deck won't survive 2025 without a significant upgrade. And the editor that wrote this, I got a question. Do they know something that Valve don't know? That's the question I got for them. But anyway, listen to this. I love the Steam Deck for everything that it is. An industry-defining form factor, a comfortable and intuitive handheld PC, and a gargantuan leap forward for Linux gaming. Every time I pick it up and play something, I feel the year of R&D and iteration Valve put into this device. I appreciate the many success and the failures that informed its final design. But as we start steering down the end of 2024, it's time to face reality. The Steam Deck won't survive another year without a meaningful performance upgrade. That's not true. Okay? Anyway, says here, technology moves forward at light speed, and that especially true in the PC gaming specs. Only 2.5 years ago, my Steam Deck review was subtitled "An Unrivaled Portable Gaming Powerhouse." It began with this sentence: "The Steam Deck is truly peerless and exists in a class all its own." It says, "Time has swiftly erased any truth in those statements." Then subtopic: a crowded market with demanding games. With the likes of Lenovo, Asus, MSI, and now Acer challenging Valve for handheld dominance, not to mention small contenders like 1xPlayer, ANEO, consumers are now spoiled for choice. Who used the word spoiled when it comes to this portable PC? Me. Okay, like I said, you Steam Deck fans you portable PC fans are spoiled. That term came from me. But anyway, says here, and if those consumers place the most important on raw gaming performance, and then it says in parentheses, and not unreasonable expectation, the Steam Deck could be considered irrelevant by next year. It says, when Valve and AMD debuted the Steam Deck semi-custom Aerith APU in 2022, it was a revelation. No one expected that thing even to run a game as demanding as Cyberpunk 2077. Certainly no one expected to handle Doom Eternal on ultra quality. That's false. That statement is false. That's false. Because look, then it says, with a steady influx of software magic like Steam system-wide FSR frame pacing optimization and rapid improvement of the Linux graphics stack, the deck performance remained impressive through 2023. In 2024, however, we're beginning to see our beloved deck losing steam. Then it says in parentheses, sorry. It says, not even a question of performance delta between the Steam Deck and its rival. Then it says in parentheses, but we will get to that. Close parentheses. The question that will negatively impact future sales is can Steam Deck run X games at all? Sure, at all. It says sure. We know it can't run games incorporating certain anti-cheat system, but Windows can be installed to circumvent that. The core issue is, does it have the power to deliver minimum playable frame rates for the upcoming games you're excited about? Then it says, in the last month alone, we've seen 3 disappointing examples of games that are too demanding for the deck. Star Wars Outlaw is unplayable on low settings, even with FSR set to ultra performance. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 can't reach a steady 30 FPS. at the lowest quality settings, and based on the demo, Final Fantasy 16 is unplayable without FSR and frame generation, and afflicted with stuttering, horrible frame pacing with those scaling features. That's not true, because there's videos on YouTube right now showing Star Wars Outlaw running on the Steam Deck, and Warhammer 40,000 2 running on the Steam Deck, and Final Fantasy 16 running on the Steam Deck. This article is fake. But anyway, it says the frequency of cases like this will only increases. Then it says AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme story. During the past few weeks, a lot of hardware news has emerged that helps us piece together what 2025 holds for handheld gamers. We're in for some awesome leap forward in performance, but first, let us establish where handheld gaming is right now. It says, considering the Steam Deck APU leans 15 watt power limit, Valve device holds its own admirable against the ROG Ally and Legion Go, at least when the competitors are also restricted to 15 watts. But even at 15 watts, the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme processor often has a noticeable advantage in games like Forza Horizon 5. It outperformed the Steam Deck by 25% at similar resolution, 1280 by 800 versus 1280 by 720, with the added boost of power using the ROG Ally 25 watts turbo mode that leads surges by nearly 70%. Then it says, a general rule of thumb is that if the Steam Deck can render 45 FPS for a game at 1280-800, the ROG Ally can match that frame rate, but at 1920 by 1080. At 1080p, the Radeon 7080M inside the ROG Ally is pushing about double the number of pixels. Then it says, now consider that AMD just announced the Z2 Extreme, which should be headed to the market by early 2025. It will likely include the same RDNA 3.5 graphics we see inside the Ryzen AI 300 series. That would be the Radeon 890M. Let's explore that. In the video above, the Radeon 7080M is pitted against the Radeon 8090M, with both processors are restricted to 20 watts. The Radeon 8090M is up to 37% faster than the Radeon 7080M in the Ryzen Z1 Extreme. It says imagine your ROG Ally or Legion Go games run at 37% faster. That would be a significant generation upgrade. The Intel Lunar Lake story, but then there's the growing buzz surrounding Intel Lunar Lake. Intel claims the Arc Xe2 integrate graphics inside its new processor. Then it says in parentheses, which begin launching in late September, boasts 16% faster performance than AMD's best, which is currently that Radeon 8090M. It says MSI announced that the follow-up to its successor Claw A1M handheld will adopt Lunar Lake, which should put its performance above the ROG Ally and Legion Go. Then he says, I have a much clearer picture of how the Lunar Lake stack up later this month after hands-on time with the new processor. Then it says here, sobering conclusion, I own a Steam Deck OLED, ROG Ally, and Legion Go. Despite it being underpowered, I'm still enthusiastically reach for my Steam Deck the majority of the time. That's simply because it feels better in my hands and the OLED display is superb. But as more unplayable games get released, that enthusiasm is waning. As for SteamOS goes, if you crave the smooth and snappy Steam Deck-like interface, you can still install Bazzite on your ROG Ally or Legion Go. Right now, you'll get a nearly identical software experience, but with more performant hardware, and soon enough, you'll be able to install SteamOS itself on these rival handhelds. Then he says, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if a rival handheld eventually offered both Windows 11 and SteamOS SKUs. Don't worry, I can practically guarantee Valve started exploring a Steam Deck 2 even before the original Steam Deck launch in 2022. the runaway for a console upgrade is lengthy if you want to do it right. You can bet Valve is already prototyping the next generation with various hardware possibilities. Perhaps that monster Ryzen Z2 Extreme. Perhaps another semi-custom solution that once again established Steam Deck as the front runner. Says here, whatever the solution is, the Switch approach won't save the Steam Deck. What I mean by that is that Nintendo can't get away with underpowered hardware because it has a steady stream of exclusive with Linux under the hood. Valve doesn't have this luxury. Linux gaming improved by leaps and bounds on a monthly basis, but Valve simply can't afford to keep existing in last place when it comes to core specs and performance. What do you think? Look, that's the end of the article. Look, good things come to those who wait. And right now, in my opinion, the Steam Deck is fine. 2024 ain't over. 2025 ain't here yet. And like I said before, good things come to those who wait. But the games like Final Fantasy, Warhammer, and what's this? What he said? Final Fantasy. Let me see if I can get this article here. He said Star Wars Outlaw, Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy 6, Star Wars Outlaw, Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2, and Final Fantasy 16. They're all running on the Steam Deck, you know. So some gamers don't even pay attention. Some gamers don't even pay attention to frames that much. As long as the game can run and they can play it on the handheld, they're fine with the Steam Deck. So good things come to those who wait. You can talk about the Asus ROG, Lenovo Legion Go, and MSI Claw, but like Valve said, we couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run. So good things come to those who wait. And we got this Ryzen Z2 coming out next year, so we don't know who's gonna use it. But right now, Valve is taking their time with the Steam Deck 2, and based on the feedbacks that they're getting with the LCD models, the 64 gig model, 256, 512, and the old OLED model, all that feedback that they're getting from their users, Valve is going to use it to build a Steam Deck 2. So it's only a matter of time before that thing, the Steam Deck 2 gets here. So give it time. But for right now, I would say enjoy what you have until that time, or in the meantime, start saving your money. Remember how Valve dropped the Steam Deck OLED? Dropped the Steam Deck OLED on us, and we didn't see it coming. That's how the Steam Deck 2 will be coming. They won't even make no mentions of it until the product is finished and built, and then they'll release it. But right now, enjoy what you have and save your money. Good things come to those who wait. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Dark side. Go. Peace.